of crime.
Hello, everybody, and happy Friday. I am Jay with Guilty of Crime. How are you doing? How's everybody doing today? I see lots of people in chat. What's up, Foxy Amazon? I love that you're on point this last week. I've been seeing you every day. Jojo, big shout out to you. Best mods, Guilty of Crime, best mods, best crime crew. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Happy Friday, everybody. Sadie's mama, I hope you're feeling better today. Today we're doing, or I should say, covering Jennifer Soto. We're continuing on the Madeline Soto case. Today we're going to do our reaction to how to spot self-deception. We're going to analyze that with Deception Detective. I hope he shows up in chat today. That would be great. I love Mr. Deception Detective, and many of you ladies love to see him, even if he's wearing a hat. Even if he's wearing a hat and glasses, you guys still, you see right through that. Melanie says better now. Good to see you guys. So today I have lots of audio from the Madeline Soto case, but I wanted to do something a little bit more, collaboration, a little lighthearted, talk to chat, figure out how you guys are doing. So it's a little easier to cover rather than listening to audio. I figure we get some visuals and have some eye candy for you ladies that like DD. Anna Orlando, and hello to the mods as well. Wolfpack, always good to see you. Penny Mason, one of my favorites. All of you guys are, but Carly, Bree, and JoJo. All right, so JoJo, you're a rock star. One Guilty of Crime membership. Thank you. I was just chatting with JoJo right before the show, and she's the one that sent me that Chucky, and that Chucky's amazing. That made my freaking year. All right, so JoJo is in the house. She's the queen of links, in second in command of Carly, of course, and she's ready to rock and roll. Nora, is Nora in the house? Because you know that our crime crew, we have the little arrows out, right? We have a Cupid arrows, and if it's not a Cupid arrow, it's friendship. So Nora, if you're in the house, Paul wants to have a talk with you. He wants to talk to you, and we need your email address or something. So if you can email me that, and also do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like, share, subscribe with your friends. If you have the means to gift memberships like JoJo did, super chat, super sticker, whatever, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, I appreciate it. Hello, a crime to remember. All right, I was getting tired before I came on here. I was starting to doze off and take a nap, and then I woke up and got myself some caffeine, and I'm here. So let's do this. And you guys, let's chat today. Let's talk whatever you guys want to talk about. Yeah, I can't help but being a matchmaker. I'm a good wingman. If you guys ever take me out and you want to score that conversation with somebody, I'm a great wing person, I should say. All right. SA. Synth Serber, hello. I didn't see you in chat, so I'm sorry I didn't say your name. Thanks for coming, everybody. Synth has been working with me and talking with me all day long. So happy Friday. There you are, Nora. I caught you. If you could do me a favor and email me if you want, send me your contact information. Paul wanted to talk to you and he says chat flies too fast. And was this Kenneth? How do we say that? What's up? I saw you on Grizzly today. That was an interesting live. Very sad. Very sad. All right. Yeah. Grizzly True Crime. When you're done here, go watch her live from today. Man, 17-year-old her life was taken by a freaking neighbor that they trusted. Ah, yeah, let's go. 333 likes, squash it. I'm going to try to give some memberships today if I can. Yesterday it was been a little weird, but I do have memberships to gift. And Vanny, what's up? Hope I'm saying that right. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, that live was sad, but it's always good with the Grizzly crew. All right, how to spot self deception. All right, and what I always love doing with Deception Detective is the deck. I've got this spotting subtle lies and all these things that Jen Soto's done the whole time, sensory details, changing tenses, explanations, and we. All right. So this is just, yeah, I love doing this. I love covering the cases that he does, and it's great. So Stephan would never hurt Madeline. Well, he wouldn't be evil now, would he? All right. Nope. I'm a born again virgin. Well, I can hook you guys up just to be friends. Like, we're the crime crew. We love chatting, talking crime with each other. I'm doing great now that you guys are here. Hello, Scary Sherry and Rosie, Miss Odin. It makes me wonder if this monster did this to anyone. I think he did. I think he did, Miss Odin. I've been watching this channel that I'm going to share with you all soon, and it's Predators, just like Stephan Sterns. And when I say that, you guys know what I mean, right? Predators that are trying to get on probation. Get on parole, excuse me. Oh, people, I gotta tell you, these guys that are trying to get on parole have done exactly what Stephan Sterns did to Maddie, minus the taking of their life, and they're getting out in 4 years. Now, we talked about this the other day, and you guys all told me, don't worry, it depends what state. No, it doesn't depend what state. It's in Utah, Connecticut, and on and on and on. Rhonda 811, thank you so much. I'm glad you caught alive. You guys, I'm very pissed off about this. And yeah, Avis, it's very interesting. When you hear these monsters, I just listened to one today where this guy went into the bathroom and raped a lady on the floor forcefully, and he was getting out in 4 years. They gave him 10 years and he's getting out in 4. Oh man, hello Clar. So anyway, what my whole point is that what happened to Maddie, and I'm glad you're listening today from Albuquerque. What happened to Maddie? And tell your daughter I say hi. Oh, what happened? What's happened? What happened to Maddie? Stephan Sterns wouldn't even got that long had he not taken her life. That's a shame. Stephanie Goodman, I love your channel. You're one of the real ones. Well, thank you. Thank you. Diabolical is right, but why is the law so easy on them? It's not just it's a lot of cases, y'all. It's like 190 something cases I can share with you right now. Prisons are overly crowded, but that's a brutal, awful crime that ruins everybody's life. I don't understand that. I just don't get it. All right. I'm already getting mad. See, I'm waking up now. Carson C, yours truly. Victims deal with this. Yeah, they do. Why did they get 4 years? All right. I got to listen to this before I get on this rant. Self-deception and how we're spotting it. Jen Soto and Deception Detective. Let's go.
Would never hurt Madeline. Okay, maybe he did hurt her, but he didn't kill her. The first time I heard Jen Soto say that about Stephan Sterns, everything clicked. All of her curious, inexplicable decisions now make sense. Why she didn't report Maddie missing. Why she didn't question Stephan's version of events. Why she didn't watch the CCTV footage. Is Jennifer Soto a murderous mother, an innocent bystander, or something else? Let's listen to an interview she gave days before her daughter Madeline Soto was found murdered. Thank you to Plunder True Crime for uploading this audio. Her link in description.
He stays, does he sleep on the couch, separate bedroom? What's like the sleeping arrangements like?
It depends. For the most part, he would sleep upstairs in the guest room, sleep in my bedroom downstairs.
Okay.
Sometimes he would come sleep in the bed, all three of us together,
Okay.
and
Not
rarely,
sometimes.
rarely ever
Not sometimes, and I'm going to stop on that really quickly. Hold on.
would I send them upstairs.
What happened? Sec. I'm trying to set you guys up with some memberships, but when she says sometimes, that's a huge lie. That's a huge lie. Crime to remember. I hope you feel better and just watch your TV. Go for it. Please relax. That's a lie. Every single roommate that's ever lived there and every single person besides her family says that Jennifer Soto, Stephan Sterns, and Maddie always slept in the same bed all the time, and that's where they hung out. Huge lie. All right. Let me gift some memberships.
To go sleep alone away from me because I need a good night's sleep. Because if we sleep all the three of us together,
Oh, I can only imagine.
it's a king bed, but
Well,
it's like she's
not a small baby anymore.
no, she's not. So it's just three humans on a bed is really uncomfortable, really tight.
About how often was they would go, you would send them off on their own?
I would say
why is it being weird?
I would say honestly, somewhere between, I'm going to say less than 5 times has this ever happened, right?
That's
It
fine.
hasn't been that.
And this is over the
Phrases like I want to say and I would say are called performatives. They often signal that what comes next isn't necessarily true. Sophisticated liars use performatives to mislead without technically lying, like when politicians start a response with, I want to be clear, or as I've already said. Sure, they're being truthful about their intention to clarify or repeat something, but that doesn't mean the statement itself is true. Less experienced liars also use performatives, but they do so instinctively to soften the stress of telling a lie. And that's what I think is happening here with Jen. She likely sent Madeline and Stephan to bed together more times than she cares to admit, even to herself. Since you've read the
Ding,
title of this
ding.
video, you know I'm going to expand on that idea soon. For now, pay attention to her reaction when the detectives show her disturbing photos of Stephan and Madeline. As a side note, we only have audio of this interview, so the video you're seeing on screen is from a separate interview. Doesn't affect.
And we appreciate Deception Detective for breaking this down for us. I really would like him. And DD, if you watch this, I'm going to share it in your community. I'd like to see you break it down for Sarah Boone as well. Yeah, she uses expressions all the time. And what's up, Anna Orlando? How you doing, Mom? I think you're here. Pearl, Mama Pearl is here. Marilyn, I know you love DD. All right, I tried to gift memberships, and it's being weird on my side. So, yeah, I'll try again. I have a theory. Chris kept saying a crime enterprise, and they had a lot of money. I believe he was selling Maddie's pics to Santa and St. Cloud. The Santa who was arrested on March 6th. There's a possibility. I think if that's true, Chris, that it's going to come out and we're going to find out. So thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. Yeah, trust me is another lead to a liar. All right. So this is good. And we're going to learn a lot today. I think poor Maddie. I love your guys' feedback here today. And chat, I love how focused you are. I think Maddie's health problems were all because of what Stephan Sterns was doing. Jen, you said divert her focus away from her boyfriend. She protected. Of course she did, and I believe that as well. Thank you, MM Clark. Can I gift one membership? You absolutely can. I can't do it from my phone. You could do it on a computer if you can. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. They're not letting me gift on my computer right now. So anybody that wants to gift memberships, please do. If you can't, then please don't. All right. I think YouTube's a little weird right now. So Brittany, I hope you get a membership today. If not, we'll try again tomorrow. Good to see you. All right, let's go. Love this.
Affect our analysis because we don't care about the body language one way or the other. Also, whenever the audio cuts out, that's a redaction.
I'm going to say less than 5 times has this ever happened, right?
That's
It
fine.
hasn't been that.
And this is over the course of him visiting back and forth, correct?
You mean the sleeping arrangements
Yeah.
alone?
Yeah.
No, that was including him living with us.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
hardly ever would I send them upstairs because I had that rule that
All right, 5 times. thousands of pictures. You guys break that down and do the math. You tell me. Now, Sunshine, yeah, she's absolutely trying to protect herself too. 35,000 pictures and it happened 5 times. What did he do it 3,000 times per session or whatever? Come on. Come on. They should write a lot right there. They should put handcuffs on her. Stella gifted 5 guilty of crime memberships. Thank you. Thank you. And I don't know if my mom's in chat, but love you, Mom. If you are, there she is. Liar, liar. She's worthless. 35,000 pictures. That's not going to happen while everybody's wide awake. Yeah, the math ain't math and Liv. All right. Hold on. This is a perfect interview to do with Deception Detective. Great job.
She couldn't sleep alone with him. That's just me. I'm just
Right.
very,
And then you said,
Redaction.
so you're pretty familiar with him?
Yeah.
Okay. Whose hand does that look like to you?
I would say it's Stephan's.
Is that Stephan's hand?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay. So you and Stephan, have you guys been?
I do want to address this if you missed it. This is the time we've all been waiting for, where we've heard this together, but with Deception Detective, them showing Jen Soto the pictures of Maddie being assaulted, the hand, the pinky winky, the blowjob, all of that. That's what they're showing right now. And she says, "Oh yeah, I think so." What? All right. I can't believe it.
Sexually intimate before in the past?
Yes.
So you're aware of what like his penis looks like and things like that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Does this look like Stephan's penis to you?
No.
I don't know. No, what do you mean?
What about that? So you're thinking that's his penis?
Might be.
Okay.
If anything, it's not even the penis I'm recognizing, it's the things around it.
So it's the things around it that make you believe it's his penis?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have these images, and unfortunately, over the last maybe 2 or 3 years, he's been doing
Yeah, Jen, you know.
oral sex, vaginal sex, and things like that.
What makes you guys?
We have photos.
And right now, I feel like she's scared again. Nora, I believe that she's just lying and she's scared. What makes you guys? I don't think she really had a clue that they were going to get hold of those pictures. Anyone else seen Porky's? Probably. And yeah, arrest Jen Soto, y'all. Arrest Jen Soto. I put the link up there for you. I posted it in chat, change.org. Arrest Jen Soto. There are 3,832 out of 5,000 signatures. So let's keep going. All right. Yeah. What's up, Krista? How you doing? Penis identification, right? And thank you all for the memberships. Jack Stormo, thank you for being a member for 3 months. The channel has grown.
Okay.
We had his phone. We were able to get into his phone. And there are some very, very unfortunate graphic pictures.
Yes.
Of him conducting various sexual acts with.
Madeline Soto.
I wish I could tell you this was all a made up story, but it's not.
If you allow your daughter to get abused by your boyfriend and then murdered by your boyfriend, you need to do a lot of mental gymnastics to degrade your daughter in your own mind to allow that to happen. That was a clip from my first video analyzing Jen Soto 6 months ago, the importance of leakage. Here's another clip from the same video. When the parent of a missing child goes onto TV and it feels like you're pulling teeth trying to get information from them, you need to ask yourself, why are they being so reticent? It doesn't always mean they're guilty. They might be being reticent because they're negligent and they don't want to admit that they were, passed out drunk or that they let a child abuser live with them. So they're being reticent because they know more than they want to say, and they're ashamed of their contribution to the kidnapping, even if they didn't help plan it. After hearing Jen's muted reaction to the photo evidence of Stephan abusing Madeline, I think I was on the right track in that first video, but I was barking up the wrong tree. Listen to this next part and you'll see what I mean.
Did you ever suspect anything like this?
All right. Before we listen to her respond to, have you ever seen anything like this? Yeah. In the bushes, leakage. Also, Odamaris, you just nailed it. It's the absence of shock in her voice when presented with the evidence for me. And it's every time. Boom, boom, boom. Every single time. It's not what you say many times. It's what you don't say. It's what you don't say. And Deception Detective nailed it. It's not even body language. It's statement analysis. Now, I saw someone in chat say these titles. What titles are we talking about here? 420 gift membership coming, Foxy Amazon. Is it a 420 day for you? I hope so. All right. All right. What did they ask her? Let's go back for a second. I already forgot.
I think I was on the right track in that first video, but I was barking up the wrong tree. Listen to this next part and you'll see what I mean.
Did you ever suspect anything like this? No? You okay?
Sorry.
Okay. Can I get you anything?
She's trying to breathe.
Maybe some water.
Some water? You just have it if you want to. Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
I can't breathe.
Can't breathe.
Is this a surprise?
Is there photos of her?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So you know how we have his phone? Obviously, that's how we were able to find the photos in there.
Now, remember, this is right when she hears, and Wes wants me. It's right when she hears, or no, when she sees what's happening. So this audio is not the video, but Deception Detective is showing us the video so you can see Miss Potato Head in this. All right. So she's breathing. She's breathing. All right. I think she's scared for herself. As we listen to Deception Detective break this down for us, this is a better one. This is one of the best ones I've ever heard. So listen up close. I turned it up. Brittany Rich, $4.99. Super chat. Thank you, Stella, for gifting the membership. I love this crime crew. So do I. Best mods, best crew. Oh, let's arrest Jen Soto. All right. And yeah, thank you, Jojo, for that. It's not letting me gift memberships right now either. And I want to gift memberships. Let me get Wes.
I don't want to believe that this is true. Can I see some of that evidence?
What makes you believe that it's not?
I thought I knew some water now.
You said you thought you knew him well enough?
So our goal, we want to find her. Can you think of anything of where Stephan would take her? Did they have any special hangout spots? Did they have any places that they would do together while you were at work or you had other things going on in your life?
No, they didn't go anywhere. They sat in the house and played video games. Thank you, Cheyenne S., for signing it. I do want you to realize that she asks for these pictures multiple times throughout this interview and possibly another interview. She keeps asking, can I see those pictures? Do you mind if I see those pictures again? Can I see the pictures? All right, let's go. Who would ask her to see the pictures of their daughter being abused?
How long do you say with those hanging out at home? There's no place I can think of that they've gone outside. I mean, not shopping to like Target before.
Okay. But anywhere else that you can think of? What are you thinking about right now?
How this can be true? How I missed the signs?
What signs are you saying you missed?
No, like I'm just saying if there were any.
Now I feel like she's automatically telling the officers that she missed the signs. She's trying to tell them that she missed the signs. So instead of them waiting or her waiting for them to analyze what she's saying and say, oh, this lady is just dumb. She missed all the signs. She's telling them, I can't believe I missed all the signs. Why would she think the detectives are lying? And she says it over and over and over. I don't even know what to say about this. Thank you, Foxy Amazon. It's 424, but we'll call it the Friday 420 gifted membership. She knew they did things. Yeah, this is absolutely ludicrous. She asked if they had more pictures. It's like she was enjoying them. Claw hands. Yeah, her hands are like this. All right. She missed nothing, right? And what's up, Lou? XOXO. She didn't miss anything. She's trying to tell the police officers that she missed it. Now, this is self-deception. That's what we're analyzing. I want to know what somebody's talking about these titles. I've heard that before from somebody talking about my titles. Are you talking about my titles? Because I'd like to know your feedback about my titles, y'all.
Signs, I didn't see any.
Right.
6 months ago, I would have said that Jen is lying to the police to protect Stephan. After seeing this interview, I think it's a little bit more nuanced than that. I think she's lying to herself to protect Stephan and her own self-esteem. Here's what I mean. Maybe one day, Stephan asks Jen if he can sleep in Maddie's bedroom. Jen knows it's an odd request, but she justifies it. It might help them bond. Maddie's scared of the dark, so maybe she'll sleep better with Stephan there. I'll have the whole downstairs bedroom to myself. The next time Stephan asks, Jen says yes, because she's already rationalized it once, and declining now would mean admitting that she was wrong that first time. Soon she's agreeing to even more dubious requests and convincing herself that nothing harmful is happening. Eventually, she's gone so far down that path that her brain refuses to accept any evidence to the contrary, even photographs. And even when the photographs are undeniable, she convinces herself that it's not that bad. I'm not saying this is exactly what happened, but it is how self-deception, specifically denial, works. Each decision reinforces the last until admitting fault and seeing the evidence right before your eyes is nearly impossible. To be clear, even if I'm right about Jen's self-deception, denial, cognitive dissonance, it doesn't make her innocent or insane. People lie to themselves all the time.
Right. And you know what, Deception Detective? This could be her lying to herself because she knew what was going on and she pushed it aside. Just like those roommates that were there for 2 years, and you're telling me they didn't feel any weird vibes. Now, I'm not calling them out or saying anything bad. What I'm saying is you're able to compartmentalize things that you don't like for self-preservation. So you want to self-preserve and not be worried about it or stressed out about the long term because you need to have a place to live, and you can't be like, hey, what are you doing with that little girl in there? I'm gonna call you out. So self-preservation just means that you block things out, or what he's saying is self-deception. She's deciding to be self-deceptive, or yeah, cognitive dissonance. Thank you, Wolfpack. He's doing great on this. Now, whether she knew or not, he's right. She could still be guilty because she just pushed it aside. She ignored it. Yeah, she's weird. It was weird in message Jen that Jen ignored it. I agree. She's in denial. She's lying, right? Egocentric to the core. All that's going on in her naggins and meds and sleep. Her noggin. All right, there's a term for what he's describing, like a syndrome or something. Well, let's keep going and see if he describes that, all right?
Indeed, being willfully ignorant or rationalizing danger to your child is the definition of neglect. I only point it out because it helps explain Jen's strange behavior during the investigation, including reacting to these horrifying photos with disbelief rather than horror or outrage, and why she continues defending Stephan even after seeing them. which is coming up next.
Did Stephan ever take her back down to Newport Richie?
Newport, Florida.
Newport, Florida. I'm sorry.
Alone, no.
Alone? You guys would go together?
Yeah. Or I would drive down. Just hang out.
Okay. So when Stephan would not stay at the house with you,
That's almost even worse, everybody. And I'll get back to this for a second. This is Deception Detective Regan. We've dropped the link. We'll drop it again. Deception Detective is great. We collaborate with him a lot on this channel. And I do want to call out, there's 2 text messages and 1 statement that stands out above all. One of the text messages is her saying, I can't have Maddie sleep in my bed because I cannot risk it anymore. And then the other one is the text messages to Tyler Wallace, her dad, saying, I don't really want her to go because I don't want somebody to be filming her under the door. And the next one is the Woody Allen statement that she says, my biggest fear is that Stephan and Maddie will, run away together like Woody Allen and his daughter, like they'll fall in love and run away. She knew, and I think cognitive dissonance, and I probably said that wrong, or self-preservation. And now there are other words for that. I'm not I'm not analyzing the way Deception Detective is, but I do think that she knew and she tucked it deep down. All right.
you guys, where else would he stay?
Let me go back.
Yeah.
I want to know. Now here they're trying to find out where Maddie and Stephan went so that they can so they can see maybe where he dumped the body. Now, in the next episode of this on Monday, I'm going to come tomorrow and do the interview, but on Monday, we're going to go over the interview with our hero, the gentleman that did something. He saw something and said something. He called in where Stephan was changing the tire and they found her body. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that interview. I think his name is Thomas. And there's another one, a lady named Brittany. We're going to go over that. So get ready for that. I have more audio and new stuff coming out next week as well. So let's keep going.
So when Stephan would not stay at the house with you guys, where else would he stay?
In his apartment in his house in Northport, Florida. That's it.
But when he would visit here, he would always stay in your house. He would never go get a hotel or stay at a friend's house or anything like that.
No, Sarah.
Okay. Why did he go to Newport, Florida this morning?
This morning?
Yeah.
She didn't know.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious. I heard a rumor that he possibly went down there.
No.
I don't know. Them is maybe lost in translation.
No, he didn't. We were in the hotel. If anything, he stepped out to go get some Wawa.
Okay.
And then came back.
How long was he gone for? Does he have a new phone since we have his, or?
I think his dad may have handed him a new phone.
Okay. Do you know the phone number to that new phone?
No.
Okay. What's his dad do?
Works in real estate. I think he's a broker.
So look, we just need any information. Any.
No, I know, but there's nothing I can give you. There's nothing I can.
Did you communicate with Stephan on the new phone with your phone?
All right. Did you communicate with Stephan? She's acting now like she didn't know Stephan went down there, that he went to his parents' house. And I believe that was like his 10-minute trip. He couldn't really get in the house. I don't know about the big bad wolf. She wasn't pregnant. XOXO. We said that on the channel. I think at some point soon, it will be announced that Maddie Soto was not in fact pregnant at all. Let's take that off the table. It's not a fact. It's not even a theory anymore because she was in fact not pregnant. So my theory is that he was jealous and Maddie was starting to be clear-headed. He was gone for a month. He had moved out in October and she was over it. She was done taking that abuse. She was saying no, and that was it. Yeah, Veronica Villanova, she was not pregnant. Now, I do want to talk about Unusual Details and the Deception Detective deck. And no, I don't get paid for this. I just love the deck. One thing in this case is Unusual Details, because when liars plan out a false story ahead of time, the process is known as scripting. We've always said this was scripted. All right. So Scripted stories tend to be overly logical and bland, lacking unusual or sensory details. Like, for instance, we went down and did this, but the whole time I was so afraid that Maddie wasn't going to be this, or I was hungry at the time, so we went back. Any sensory details. It was all just I took medication, was zonked out. All right, so for the liar, this strategy makes the story appear more believable and easier to recall. Like, duh, 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 duh. We went here, we woke up, we put a dog on the leash, I went back to bed, Stephan came in, went to the vape shop, done. Bop, bop, bop. That's what it sounds like. Therefore, the narrative lacks unusual details or developments. It might indicate that it's scripted. All right, so unusual details equals scripted. All right, Jen. Yeah, Jen always chose to sleep instead of caring for Maddie, and she lets us all know that.
No.
I just want to. I believe you. I want to believe you, but I won't believe you until I see actual.
Are you sure you want to see that? I'll go get it. Are you sure you want to see that? Take my word of advice. I wouldn't, blow smoke up your butt and tell you, that's a fake picture. I wouldn't do that to you.
All right. Now, another thing, folks, is her asking to see it again. I believe that if she's never seen it before, and let's say she never walked in on them, or she's never actually physically seen it, this is her gut feeling was she just knew, and she saw how Stephan Sterns and Maddie just were always together, and like making her feel uncomfortable that they might love each other like Woody Allen, but she's never actually seen it. Now she wants to see it and make sure. That's another thing that could have happened. Doesn't mean that she didn't know. It means that she didn't actually physically see it. Yeah, both guilty no matter what. You guys, no matter what, I think she's guilty. You do not know she was not pregnant because Lori Brown, I do know. In fact, I promise you that I do know. And as soon as it comes out as an announcement, I will let you know. But I promise you, with everything, every fiber of my being, it was announced that she was not pregnant. Now, I don't know about the autopsy or whatever. I don't have that, but the district attorney will announce it. And I am telling you, with my integrity on the line, she's not pregnant. All right. So when the announcement comes out, I'll show you a picture of it or whatever they say. They're not going to give us the autopsy. They're not going to say, here's a young girl's autopsy and she's not pregnant. When the family says she's not pregnant and the police officers announce it, but haven't had a press conference yet, she's not pregnant. All right. So it's not a rumor. This girl only brings facts. It was not. Yeah, it was. She's not. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that out of my theory. I'm not trying to bring Maddie to a different place or cause speculation or have breaking news. She's not. All right. So let's just not say that anymore. There are plenty of other people that say that. We'd say that on their channel.
I wouldn't. I'm going to be dead honest with you. I'll be more than happy to show you those images, but I don't know if I would want to see those. But if you want to see them, that's your own prerogative.
Exactly.
Can you tell me what's being done in the photos?
She has a penis in her mouth. And that picture that you said that the stuff identified that Stephan's penis around her, I zoomed in on that photo because in that picture, it's in her mouth. Can you
Yes.
get more water? Are you okay?
I really thought I was coming here for the press conference, but this is not what we're here.
I couldn't even see that again, y'all. I couldn't see that. What they're describing is just absolutely ugh. And Lou says, didn't it already come out that she wasn't pregnant? I heard it, but I can't remember where. Probably Grizzly True Crime. No, actually, Lou, I'm in direct contact with the family, and the family says no. And it was the reason the family knows is because it was announced by the officers to a small group and the family, but it wasn't on a press conference yet. I also do care about Maddie. I'm not just reporting news. I'm directly connected with the advocates and the family. So Yeah, Stefan could have thought she was pregnant, but I don't think that was the motive. We may never find out. But yeah, my theory is that she was moving on and he couldn't accept that. We saw how he reacted to her crushing on somebody. All right. The fact is, she was abused for years and her life was taken. So I'm not going to argue with anybody about the in between details. I love your theories. Yeah, she probably would rationalize that too. I agree.
3 or 4.
I know. And it's unfortunate that, these are the details that we found, but I think it's very important now that we kind of sit back, evaluate everything, and kind of think every step of the way where Stefan had done in the past, where be right now, because at the end of the day, we want to go get her.
Yeah, of course. Oh my God. It's just if I knew anything, I would tell you. I just have no fucking idea where it could be.
Besides using lots of performatives, Jen tends to use convincing
Yes.
words like honestly, and she tends to over-explain, which are all things that liars do instinctively because they're worried about being believed. Like I said in my
And real quick before we get any further, sometimes DD gets criticized on his own channel, and certain people will say, that's not true. I say that or use those terms. Well, he's not talking about you or me. He's talking about people that are involved in a case, possibly a defendant. So he's referring to those sociopath, narcissists, and people that he analyzed. He wouldn't be analyzing us in that capacity. So, and also Barb Murray, you nailed it. I could not figure out why they were bringing up pregnancy, and now I realize it was for a response. Thank you. It was probably for a response. Leanne Wilson, $5 super chat, pounds. They showed her that photo. I think Maddie kicked off. That's why he kicked off. That's why. I love you, Jay, and the crew. Well, thank you for your theory. Yeah, I think there are a lot of things going on, but I do think that absolutely Stella, he is some sort of jealous, and she started rejecting him. He couldn't stand losing that, and I think he thought he was in love with her. That was his object. You know how he objectified things? He objectified his little dolls and his toys and all the things that he had. It was like his that he owned. How he interacted on social media. That's what I believe. I believe he felt like he owned Maddie. All right.
my earlier videos analyzing Jen, it's possible she's doing all this because she's actively helping Stefan get away with a crime. In other words, she's a clear-eyed accomplice who knows exactly what he did to her daughter and is deliberately trying to help him get away with it. Indeed, if I'm betting, I'm still betting that that's the case. And lots of my fellow YouTubers who have analyzed this case seem to share that same opinion, like Grizzly True Crime, Plunder, The Docket, Guilty of Crime. However, and this is difficult to say, it's also possible that Jen's signs of deception stem from her knowledge deep down that his story to her isn't true. In other words, she might not have any direct knowledge of what was going on or the
See?
murder because she willfully ignored it. And she instead decided to simply take what he says as truth. And when she relays it, it sounds like a lie because even she doesn't fully believe it. Her reaction to
Yes, DD. Yes. That's on track right there. Like I haven't seen his response to this yet because I wanted to watch it with you all. So that's exactly what I was saying. He says it more formal, right? But I think deep down she knew what was going on and self-preservation. All right. So I think that she just didn't want to know what was going on. She blocked it out and she went on with her life, which is not what parents do. And Bolo for Jesus, the tribulation is coming, says, I think he planned it too. That's why he was nervous that weekend. Now, remember, they have the text messages, and I believe he planned it too. It's just it didn't go exactly how planned. So it was sloppy because Stephan Sterns is a sloppy guy. And she cared more for him than her child, right? That monster, absolutely. What's up, Michelle DeMatteis? Michelle D and Michelle L. Shoot him after Maddie went missing. Guilt was eating at him. I don't know how he felt. I don't know. She didn't act like a mom. She's acting like a woman that's jealous. I agree. And one that knows too much.
the photos was immediate disbelief in challenging the evidence rather than being outraged at Stefan suggests she knew deep down what was actually happening and doesn't want to face it. All that said, if I'm betting, I'm still betting that she has some firsthand knowledge of what was going on to her daughter and what happened to her daughter. And one of the best indicators of that is coming up next. Listen to Jen's leakage. In other words, listen to her word choice that might suggest she knows more than she's letting on.
Was there any the video footage that was caught at the church? What exactly was seen? I've heard from other people, but I just...
Do you know much?
It looked like someone age that walked by, but it's inconclusive. Right. It was too grainy. The video was not, you couldn't determine who it was in the video, pretty much. So we don't know that she walked by that church. So the last person, Stephan.
Yeah. So we want to know because he's the last person to see her. He claims to have dropped her off at this church before school. Unfortunately,
close to the church.
Close to the church. You know, unfortunately, we know she doesn't go to school that day. You try and go pick her up. What did after Stephan dropped her off? Did he come back home? About how long was he gone for during drop off?
I want to say from 8:30 to like 10:15 because around 10:15 or 10:20 is when I got a phone call stating that he got home. He had gone to the vape shop,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if they weren't open or not yet.
Mm-hmm.
So he left
Okay.
and then hung out around the house and waited till I got back for my doctor's appointment.
So he came back home.
Yeah, he did come back home.
Okay.
He grabbed his phone and called me from the house at that point. He had let me know that he accidentally left his phone. He was waiting for the vape store to open, but they never opened, or something like that. And then he went back home just to give the time, and then he went back out later.
Okay. So from 8:30 to 10:15, that's when he's saying that the vape shop was closed and he came back home?
I think so. Something. I mean, I know he was killing time. He does this. He'll just like to aimlessly drive around to kill time.
Another thing is she just uses way too many times the same script, the same verbiage, the same language. All right. So that is a slip, I believe, when she says he's talking about doing an update on his phone that he doesn't want to do. There are so many things that we feel as verbal leakage. So what else? I saw somebody's comment down here and I don't know. Oh, there it is. Lucky. Thank you. Guilty of crime. Isn't this interview after they had security cam from where he put her in the trunk? No, they didn't tell her yet. They did not tell her that. They told her that Maddie was being abused. Those were the pictures that they showed her, but not that. Not yet. I don't think in this interview, but correct me if I'm wrong, somebody.
I believe him when he says that he was killing time. Or at least I did believe him.
What's like usually, how long does it take to go do her drop off and come back?
Oh, wow.
Like 45 minutes?
Okay. So
45, 50 minutes.
So give or take an hour.
Yeah.
So he should have been back home by like 9:30ish.
Yeah.
She does say
Okay.
that.
But then there's like 45 minutes to 30 minutes of a gap in time there.
Yeah.
Where could he have gone?
He says he was driving around aimlessly, just killing time.
One of the core concepts of statement analysis is that we always speak based on everything we know. Because of that, liars can sometimes unintentionally reveal the truth through their choice of words. In this brief clip, Jen said that Stephan was killing time 4 times, and she was describing the exact window of time when he was either strangling Madeline to death
And
or
she did that
disposing her
too.
body. Now, it's possible she was just repeating what Stephan told her, in which case the leakage is his, not hers. Or it could simply just be a coincidence of word choice. However, this is not the first time that Jen's word choices have hinted that she knew or at least suspected that Madeline had been murdered. Here's a
Now, not only hinted before he gets into this, hinted, that's an understatement, folks. She told the police officers exactly what Stephan did. Now, had we heard this audio before it all came out, she told the officers that possibly Stephan Sterns strangled Maddie. Remember, her hyboid bone was broken. She talked about him putting her in the trunk. Well, unless Maddie was in the trunk outside, she nailed every single statement about what happened to Maddie, possibly. Now, cops ask these kind of things like, what should happen to a predator that does this? Because they want to see if you're going to say, oh, they should be executed, or what your response is. She nailed it, y'all. She told them exactly what happened. If they close case, there's going to be, there is. She has not been charged yet. Freudian slip, and Stephan Sterns said the vape shop was coming alive too. There are a lot of things that they say verbatim.
a clip from one of my first videos in this series where I analyzed something Jen said days before Madeline's body was found and months before strangulation was confirmed as the cause of death. Why talk about not breathing? I'm sure that when the autopsy report is revealed, that they killed Madeline either by strangling her or suffocating her or covering her mouth and her nose to pass her out and then doing something else to her. In other words, when she thinks about Madeline, she thinks about breathing, probably because she's recalling something about restricting Madeline's airway.
He says he was driving around aimlessly, just killing time.
Okay. So then he comes home, let's just say around 10:15 is what you're saying. What time did you get home from your doctor's appointment?
Gonna say somewhere between 11, 11:20.
And then did he leave again?
Yes.
How do you know he was home? Because you got the call.
Because I got the call and I think I saw him when I got home.
Okay. And then what time did he leave again to go to the vape shop?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure what time he left.
And then
Actually, hold on, let me think.
do you guys have a ring at your house? A ring doorbell? Do you have any video doorbell system? Do you have any cameras in the house?
No.
Of course not.
I'm gonna say he left around somewhere between 12:30 and 1 o'clock, because I remember looking at the time going, I don't think he's going to be done in time running his errands to be back by 2:30 when I need to leave to go.
Okay.
And he said he ran his errands. He stopped at a few comic shops or game stores or something like that. Then he got a flat tire somewhere on 182. He doesn't remember exactly where. I remember him telling me he hurt himself changing the spare tire.
How did he hurt himself?
Something slipped while he was doing something with what's the crank that pops up?
The lift or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
The
about.
jack.
Something slipped and his finger got caught between the frame and the jack, I think. So
Okay.
he had to pull out his finger. So I know he's got a Band-Aid on his finger right now because of that.
Now she's explaining why Stephan Sterns got hurt. And we know Maddie more than likely fought back. So we know that we saw some scratch marks. I don't think that he was changing the tire and his hand got mangled up in it with all the little scratch marks. Now, somebody asked me to read the verbal leakage card. I got that. It's called leakage. And it states that liars can unintentionally reveal the truth through their choice words. And it's challenging to suppress real memories while telling falsehoods. If somebody repeatedly uses an unusual phrase or word, it might be a clue worth investigating. Now, deception detective said killing time. She said killing time 4 different times. This is really important. She tells him about changing the tire. We're going to listen to that right now. Another thing she went on to say was, I want to say. The I want to say card, that's a phrase that simply expresses a desire to state something. Liars sometimes use it to preface lies. it's technically, they place it as the truth. I want to say, and you believe them. So yeah, kernels of truth. Recognizing grifters is a great one because we know Stephan Sterns and Jen Soto was a grifter. They grifted off people. They grifted off Maddie. They grifted off her dad. Whenever there's an opportunity for cheating and not getting caught, a lot of gain from cheating and lots of people involved. Cheating will always happen. Recognizing a grifter. That is totally Jen Soto and Stephan Sterns. All right. So let's keep going. This is them talking to her about, well, her telling about Stephan Sterns changing the tire and what happened.
So what time do you leave the house to go?
2:30.
2:30?
Yeah, she gets that at 4. It takes me about 20 minutes to get to school, and then I wait about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, for the car line and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to be the first in line.
So at what point did you think, something's up?
Around 4:10, when she did not come out of school and I was the first in line, I was holding up the line. I'm the first in line, there's cars behind me, and they already have their kids.
Right.
So when I noticed she had not come out, I drove away thinking, maybe I missed her. Maybe I forgot to tell her that I was picking her up from school today because I have a new work schedule.
Mhm.
So
What do you do for work again? I'm sorry.
I work at Walt Disney World, front desk concierge at Coronado Springs.
Okay.
I just recently, that's the biggest reason I even called Stephan, was to come help me this week with her getting her to school, helping with the dog. That's the whole reason I even called him, was to come help me.
And what car did he come up in from down there?
In his dad's Cadillac.
Okay. All right. So you kind of get some concerns when she's not coming out.
She's not coming out, so I drove off. This along the same path she would have walked. I didn't see her. Did you hear yet? She goes, no. And I said, oh, maybe I missed her. Maybe.
Does she sometimes walk home from school?
Yeah, she does.
Two. And then you pick her up from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't make it.
Similar to Jen saying that Stephan was killing time around the time that he was either actually killing Madeline or disposing her body, many in the DD forum, as well as the comments on my videos, have also noted that Jen's constant repetition of the phrase, "she didn't make it," when talking about Madeline could, of course, be another example of.
And this is a really good one. You guys do me a favor and hit that like button. Happy Friday to everybody. We're listening to Deception Detective. We want to get this video out there and get justice for Maddie. Also, we're learning how to spot self-deception and what it actually is as we analyze this. And we're using this deck that's amazing, but it's also basic. It's basic and common sense of analyzing language and how somebody speaks and what they're talking about. It's like, hey, it's not rocket science here, and people do it over and over and over. So when we refer to a case that already happened of somebody doing it, like Adam Montgomery doing that to Kayla Montgomery, it's what people do over and over. It's the science, it's nature of people of what they do or how they do it and what they learn. So it's not rocket science, and we can cite many cases. So thank you for hitting that like button, subscribe if you have not, and please share this video. Repeat yourself 3 times is a liar, and she's repeated herself 17 times. So what do you call that? Thank you, Leanne, so much for the $2 super sticker, super chat. Her and Sterns think they're so clever. All right, let's keep going. This is important right here.
Of leakage. The thing with leakage, of course, is that we can't overinterpret it. There's a ton of caveats whenever it comes to it, because when it comes to statement analysis, it's just about the most subjective rule there is. So the phrase needs to be unusual, and it needs to be used repeatedly. Whether or not she didn't make it qualifies is up for debate. That's the hard thing about Jen's leakage. The biggest bombshell of this interview is coming up next. It's the thing that Jen said, which made me rethink her deception entirely. See if you can spot it when it happens.
I think at this point I had called her best friend to ask, because I went to pick her up from school and I didn't see her.
Right.
And she said, no, she never made it to first or second period.
Okay.
And I was like, can you please check with the other friends to see if she made it to her other periods?
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point I emailed her teacher.
Right. Snapchat?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. She just has an Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. So, office, you realize she's not there either. Is this when you go home?
No, I go back to the school to go, so I drive the path again to see if I missed her. And then I go back to the school to check with school to check their attendance because her friends are telling me she never made it. But when I got to the school was already closed.
Mm-hmm.
So I drove back. I think at this point I had gotten a response from one of her teachers telling me she never made it to my period, and then he checked the attendance for the rest of the day and she never made it to any of her periods.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is when I start to panic and freak out because I know something is wrong. Sorry, I just thought about that image.
It's okay. Take your time.
Redactions. Sorry.
What was Stephan's reaction when you?
All right. And she continues from then until now to stick to that story and rehearse. We took her to school, pause, almost to school. After hearing that in the first 3 interviews, I decided it was a rehearsed story. All of it. All of it has been rehearsed the entire time. And you're right. Somebody said she sticks to that story even after knowing that Maddie was brutally assaulted for years and her life taken. She still sticks to the exact same story about that day and about Stephan. After she knows everything she knows, she still does that. They never talked about finding Maddie's headphones, and I don't remember seeing that. Stephan did mention that multiple times, and I'm not sure why. It is definitely rehearsed, Diana. Even if Jen is not guilty for some reason, she's guilty of giving her daughter to that monster. It's also rehearsed. Stephan told her that story and she repeated it. I don't think it was the backwards way. I don't think she told him that and he repeated it. I think he told her because she was sleeping, remember? How could she know all that when she was sleeping? And Veronica, you nailed that. I don't even have to say that number.
I called him and I said, she never made it to school. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, she got dropped off. I was like, you dropped her off? She never made it to school.
Mm-hmm.
I said, please come to the office right now. And he goes, okay, I'm heading there right now. So he hauled ass came to the office.
And you're driving your car and he was driving his car?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he made it to the office and then we
Trying to gift memberships and it's not letting
where
me.
she might be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
We were both sitting there pretty upset, pretty distraught, just thinking of the worst case scenarios. Eventually, we.
Do you really think, number one, that she was sitting there upset and distraught when we've never really seen her upset and distraught? And when they were thinking of the worst case scenarios, it's probably my air conditioner, Mrs. Pink Mist. I wonder what the worst case scenarios were. And I wonder why the cops didn't ask her, well, what were the worst case scenarios you guys were talking about? Let me know if you still hear that vibrating in the background. It is my air conditioner. All right, Undead Ramen. Hey, how you doing? I would love to gift memberships, but it's not letting me. So if you guys have extra means that you can gift memberships, please do help support the Guilty of Crime channel and anything you could do. And if you can't, that's okay. Please do like the video and subscribe, share it. If you can gift memberships, please do that. Anything helps. Thank you. All right. Mrs. Pink Miss says she talks about work and was on disability and was training at Disney. She was new. Yeah. She only worked like 10 hours a week anyway. And Olga P, I haven't seen you in forever. All right. They were coming up with her rehearsed scenarios that I do believe. I want to know what the worst case scenario that Stephan Sterns came up with was. That's what I want to know.
We found out that there were missing, also 2 other missing children in the area, and that all the cops had gone to a park. So one of my family members went to the park to speak to an officer, to try to get an officer to come back to the office, and he did. And then he took a report.
Mm-hmm.
That was about 7:30, I think.
Monday night.
Yeah.
And what's Stephan's kind of demeanor been since then?
He's been absolutely a mess.
Do you think you would ever?
A mess.
Okay. Understand.
Like, I believe you when you talk to me about those images.
Mhm.
Those images might be real, or they
might.
happen, but I don't believe they're related to this case. I don't think.
Stephan would
All right. This is a big deal. She just said those images might be real, but I don't think they're related to this case. So what is she talking about? Right. What the heck is she talking about? There was another kid missing, Michelle Horick, that day when she did not call 911. In fact, her sister and her mother called 911 3 times between the two. There was another kid or two from the same family that was missing, and they were looking for them and reacting to that. That's what took them so long. Foxy Amazon, thank you so much for the One Guilty of Crime membership and the gifty. Thank you. Very delusional. And yeah, JD Laura, arrest her. Jen Soto ASAP. She also says this is the worst birthday ever. What about Maddie's birthday? That was the only time she was distraught. No. She was distraught when she couldn't get her pills. She was very distraught when she couldn't get her pills. And you're welcome. You're welcome to Foxy.
never hurt Madeline. Okay, maybe he did hurt her, but he didn't kill her. The first time I heard Jen Soto say that about Stephan Sterns, everything clicked. Her irrational defense of him, the shifting goalposts, the refusal to accept the disturbing photo evidence. These are all hallmarks of denial, self-deception, and cognitive dissonance. When I rewatch all my earlier videos in this series, all of her
Yes.
curious, inexplicable decisions now make sense. Why she didn't report Maddie missing, why she didn't question Stephan's version of events, why she didn't watch the alleged CCTV footage of Madeline at the church near her school where she was allegedly kidnapped from. Whether Jen is a willing accomplice or a willingly oblivious bystander, Jen knew that following through on any of these actions would force her to confront the truth. Stephan manipulated her and murdered her daughter. Like a doomsday cultist who becomes even more fanatical after they give away their entire life savings, Jen is in so deep at this point that admitting the truth is unbearable. At least that is something I'm seeing in this interview. Like I've said since my very first video, my money is on a mix of both deceiving the police to protect Stephan, but also
And
deceiving
herself.
herself to justify her role, even if it was.
And I agree with that. And she really wanted to know what the officers knew. She did so many things that we now look back on and say, yeah, it probably was her self-preserving cognitive dissonance. I can't with her. Lou, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, her explanations were just things that don't make sense to us and that were over and over and over that we just can't get behind. 911 call was not done, in fact, by her at all. And people that don't know that. Rosie says, I have to rewatch, can't find a quiet space. All right. So liars tend to offer explanations for why things happen, revealing their insecurity and expectation of disbelief. In contrast, honest individuals usually present facts straightforwardly, allowing the truth to stand on its own. If a story includes crazy explanations, it might be a sign of deception. Explanations. All right. So there's so many things in this deck that no party, no parent teacher conferences, no open house, no go look for your kid, no 911, no memorial, no funeral. Get rid of her, it seems. Okay, so she did have no, she didn't. Her family had a private funeral. We found out from Tyler that they had a private funeral either before or after she was cremated, and they didn't invite Tyler or anybody else, just the Soto family. So when the actual funeral came along, nobody showed up. So that was the one thing that I'm sure they made her show up to. So if you guys have heard it from me, I'm correcting myself now. Tyler did say that they had a funeral that was private to the Soto family. And those are the people that have been hiding Jen to shield her from you guys and me and what anyone else. All right. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Michelle Horick, they're both pillheads. That's why she doesn't cry. Thank you for the 199 super chat. And I've known many people that take pills. There's a lot of people, and I'm not going to call anybody out, but I know there are a lot of people in chat that are in pain and actually need pills or whatever. You're anxious or whatever it is that people take pills. That doesn't make you not emotionally available, not able to cry, not able to go look for your daughter. That is not why she did it. I don't think that gives her an excuse that she takes pills. I think she did it because she, frankly, just didn't care and it was easier. CC says, yes. Why did Stephanie say that? What did Stephanie say? I can't remember. Are we talking about the 911 calls? Didn't even keep her ashes. She sent half of the ashes. And I'm not sticking up for her, Michelle, but she did give Tyler half of the ashes, which I'm really surprised. Wait, you're getting kicked out? Yeah, YouTube is being weird today. Crystal, I keep trying to gift memberships and it's not even letting me gift memberships, y'all. Yeah, Maddie does seem to be in the way for her. Maybe we should listen to the 911 calls, y'all. It sounds like a lot of you don't know about the 911 calls and Jen Soto being in the background of the 911 calls. Yeah, I thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. There's so many things that are just common sense in this deck. Anyone want to listen to 911 calls? We're almost done with this. So if you want to hear Jen Soto in the background, and they do talk about another, I believe they talk about another family where the children are missing. That's what took them so long to get to the office. All right.
Was just as a bystander in the abuse and murder. If you want me to continue analyzing this interview, let's get this video to 50,000 views by liking and sharing. If you want to see the other parts of this series, click the playlist on your screen now. Until next time, stay true.
Stay true and go check out Deception. We love you, Vinny, but we're not going to watch the background cases on this. All right, 11111 JoJo for show. I'm not saying that everyone takes. No, I know that, Michelle. I agree. They are pillheads, but I think there's a lot more wrong with them than that. I think they use that as an excuse, and it's stuck in our head. It definitely stuck in our head, and so we're like, oh, these people are fucked up because they're drug addicts. No, there's drug addicts that are really nice people that don't do stupid shit like this, but they're putting it in our head so that we think that. Jen thinks that she was depressed before. Oh yeah, you guys. Oh man, you guys don't even know. Her life is shit right now. So a lot of times when people talk about Jen Soto and we talk about arrest Jen Soto, she needs to go to jail. I'm telling you right now, she's in a prison in her own mind right now. I'm telling you, when I hear her talk about that and I realize that she does, their family does watch this. I'm not going to say that Jen Soto watches this, but I will tell you that her family watches this. And the reason that I didn't mean to be so harsh on somebody earlier that said that Maddie was pregnant, but I do know that the family watches this, and I do know that they wanted to clear that up. And it really does hurt my soul when people are spreading any kind of rumors about Maddie. So it came out. She's not. Avis, thank you so much for the 5 guilty of crime memberships. Listen to the 911 calls. Mom, I love you. Again, my mom figured out how to send super stickers, and we're going to say it's a butterfly because my mom loves butterflies. It's a white butterfly, Mom. I love you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, my mom, she's great. Her life is over. She's in a prison in her own mind, and she's still taking those pills. Yes, 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 yes. Lucky family knows the autopsy, and they have access to that. They're the ones that can see what the autopsy was. Do you think that Jen Soto didn't want to find out if Maddie was pregnant? Certainly she did. Certainly she's talking to the police still, or maybe through her lawyer. Certainly she has access to toxicology and everything else. So it came from the family. Okay. Who's Tyler? Tyler Wallace is Madeline Soto's biological dad. All right, let's listen to this. Yeah, Pearl is my mom, Michelle, and bestie. Good to see you. Hi, Jay and crew. Sorry I'm late. That's okay. Michelle, yes, Pearl is my mom, best mom in the world, hands down. That's how I learned my parenting skills was from my mom. Yeah, Pearl. All right, I know a lot of addicts that are way nicer than a non-addict. There's a reason most people will be, yeah, right. A lot of times people have been traumatized or what have you. All right, 911 calls. We have Yolanda and Stephanie Soto, and we're gonna have Jen in the background lurking. And I imagine her in the background. Just think of this. Think of her pacing back and forth like she does.
911, what is the location of your emergency? Okay, what's going on? You need police, fire, medical.
Hey,
No, it's not a medical issue. We have a missing child since this morning. We already called 3 times, and the police didn't show up yet.
like 3 times.
Are you looking? Or
Yes.
do you know? Okay.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. I see it right here for you. Yes, ma'am. I see it. This is waiting for a deputy to respond.
they haven't come here yet.
I'm aware, ma'am. I see it. It's waiting for a deputy to respond.
They're waiting for a deputy to respond.
Yes, ma'am.
And how long more do we need to wait? It's a child missing.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm just not able to give out ETA. I don't know when they'll be there.
So how long do we need to wait? This
Ma'am,
is an emergency.
ma'am,
Yes,
we have the
Yolanda.
information, but they're trying to get there someone as soon as possible.
So this is not important for you guys? Really?
Ma'am, we are very busy in the area. Look, I understand they'll be there as soon as they can, okay?
One sister, I believe, they don't disclose the other family members, but Stephanie has been very active, and that's Jen Soto's sister. As a matter of fact, Jen Soto's sister is the one that went to the vigil to go pick up stuff that people left for Maddie's family to say they're sorry. So that was the Soto family, and they are definitely watching us. So, do I want to get Jen Soto arrested? Yes. Do I want to be disrespectful to the family? No. And I certainly don't want to spread rumors because we know what happens to people that do that and exploit this young lady, Kim Black. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I admire people who address their issues. I work in medical. More people than you think are on the meds and are great people. Agreed. Nowadays, doctors hand them out and say, hey, take this, you'll be better. But that doesn't mean they're shitty people. Hi, Lori. How you doing? 911 calls. That was Yolanda Zambrano, Jen Soto's mother. We're going to hear this. She calls twice and Stephanie calls once, and we'll hear Jen in the background.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
Okay, police or medical?
Hi, I called not that long ago
Yep.
reporting a missing child. I just wanted to know how long the cops are going to take to get here.
Okay, hold on. Let me open up the call and let's see. The call is still currently pending to have the deputies respond out there. We don't have any available deputies. We still have the call up, though, holding.
Okay, so no one's on their way yet?
Not yet, no.
Does it take long for them to respond to the call?
If there's a big emergency in the area and there's no units available, they put the calls on hold. But as soon as one becomes available, they respond to the next pressing call.
Okay, yeah, we just need one here urgently. So
I understand. We still have the call. We still have the call holding.
Yes.
Yep, we still have the call holding for them. I'll go ahead and update them with the information.
All right, thank you, because this happened very recently, so we just want to get everyone here.
All right, so the first one was Yolanda. Second one is Stephanie, the one wearing the purple shirt. Kels, thank you for being here. Recently new. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notifications button. Don't forget to hit the like buttons. We have 498 people in chat, and I have 2 children. I have a 24-year-old son and a 9-year-old daughter. Both will be 25 and 10 this month, October 26th and October 29th. And your son will be 27 next month. There you go. I love my kids. They're the best thing that ever happened to me, and they're my legacy. You got to teach them the right thing and show them love, so when they continue to live on, when we don't, that they're good people and they do the right thing. And we cannot have that. We can't have those we can't have people that are great and fantastic if we treat them like shit and don't give them love. I thought I was green. I think your Olga, I think your membership lapsed. I hope you get one or get gifted one. All right, next 911 call.
She's been missing since 8 a.m., so we want to get everything done as soon as possible to try to find her.
I understand.
Okay. Thank you.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
It's
And is there a specific apartment number, ma'am?
it's
And do you need police, fire, or medical?
police possibly. I'm reporting a missing child.
Okay. And what is the name of the business there, ma'am?
The business.
you.
Okay. And the child that you're trying to report missing, are you calling on behalf of the parent?
Yes, on behalf of the mother. She's missing.
Okay. Okay. And then and ma'am, how old is the child? And could I go ahead and get her name?
Yes, it's
And is she white, black, or Hispanic?
she's white.
Okay.
Blonde hair,
And
dirty blonde hair, blue eyes.
okay, hold on with me here. And then what color shirt and pants was she last seen wearing?
Hold on,
Sit
let me
up.
ask.
All right.
And, what color shirt and like what was she last wearing?
Right. She just said, Jen, what color shirt was she last seen wearing and what color pants? Now, you remember when the body cam came on, Stephan Sterns said she was wearing black shorts and a hoodie. And Jen said, no, she was wearing, what'd she say, jeans and a hoodie? All right. So let's hear what they say now. Already liked, subbed, and love. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kels. Keep coming back. All right, let's see what she says Maddie's wearing. This is Jen in the background telling Stephanie.
Wearing. Hold on, we're finding out.
Okay. And then how long has it been, though, since you guys have last seen her?
Since this morning, she was dropped off at school this morning, and apparently she never showed up. We called everyone we knew. No one's seen her.
Okay. And then ma'am, I just want to confirm, though, was she last seen from this address?
Okay.
This where you guys last saw her?
No. She was last
Thank you.
seen at the church next to Hunters Creek Middle School. I think it's called Peace Church. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I said that wrong. My bad. I got that backwards. Stephan Sterns said jeans and Jen Soto said shorts. So that's why I wanted to hear. And you guys all know, you guys all corrected me. I worked all day today. I'll give that an excuse. I worked all day and now I'm back on here for over an hour. My brain gets a little bit mushy. I'm glad you guys are paying attention. Yeah. Stephan Sterns said blue pants. Jen corrected him to black shorts. My bad. And I love you guys for paying attention.
The exact address. She was wearing a dark green hoodie, I believe.
What is the name of the church?
I think I'm pretty sure it's called Peace Church.
Will.
It's the one right next to Hunters Creek Middle School. It's no.
Got it. It's across the street from it?
I believe so, yeah. There's two. I just forgot about the other one. It's not Focal Point Church. It's
Well, is it Peace United Methodist Church?
Yes.
Okay.
That one.
Oh man, I didn't see you. I'm sorry. And you know what? Jen Soto should have been on that phone telling them exactly where she went missing from. CBC, my Florida court reporter. You're my Florida court reporter. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Number one, Jen Soto would not forget her meds. You're right. Number two, Stephan Sterns had money in his mind about his parents' estate. I didn't think about that. Number three, Jen Soto should have had to look at the pics and see what she enabled. She did see the pictures and she asked to see them again. All right. I missed that. My bad. Thank you. Thank you for that, CBC. I never want to forget you. Foxy Amazon, you're amazing. Thank you. I think we are the best community and best mods. Yeah, I took my meds. I get any excuse if I say that, right? I took my meds. I'm zonked.
Okay, is she diagnosed with any medical mental conditions at all?
I know she takes medication for ADHD, and I'm pretty sure that's it.
Okay.
Asthma.
Sorry, bear with me here. And is she known to carry anything on her person, like a pocket knife, pepper spray, anything at all like that?
No,
Okay.
no, nothing like that.
Does she have a cell phone that she might keep on her person?
She doesn't. She had one, but she left it at home conveniently today.
Okay.
Right there. It's over there. Okay.
And ma'am, what is your name?
My name is.
They blurted it out. Gail.
Okay.
I'm telling you guys, we're going to get a shirt that says I'm zonked out. And then we're going to put the guilty of crime logo on there so we can walk around and know that we're doing all we can for justice for Maddie. And we want to get the truth out there. But I would think it was funny to really have that I'm zonked out, guilty of crime. I love it. I love our sayings that we come up with. And a guilty of crime is obviously, it's what these people are. And it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but we know how it goes. Yeah, conveniently left her phone. Yeah, right. They all left their phones. There were 4 phones that got into evidence. So I think somebody was asking that. There were 4 phones. Maddie's clean clothes had to be somewhere if they were not in her bedroom. Yeah, Stephan Sterns was cleaning up, y'all. Remember that. All right. Guilty of crime. Someone on another stream said Jennifer Soto was asked, would you be surprised if there were pictures of you and Maddie together? I don't know if that was asked. Have you heard this? Not yet, but I do have all the audio, and it may be something that just came out. So we'll get to that if it's true. S Turtle, how you doing? 199 super sticker. Thank you. Happy Friday to you. I saw somebody drinking an IPA for your medicine. Awesome. Yeah. Stephan Sterns was doing washing, but we never found those clothes. So what did he do with those clothes? What did he do? All right, let's go. What do you mean, Kim Black? What do you said what? I can't keep up with chat. Let's keep going. Hit that like button, please.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And just so we recognize you when we arrive there, though, at the advance to come meet with you guys, are you, ma'am, white, black, Indian, Asian, or Hispanic?
I'm Hispanic.
And what color shirt and pants will you be wearing?
Pants, dark wash jeans. I have a green cardigan on and a white shirt.
Thank you. And I just need to verbally confirm is all. Do you have any at all weapons on your person?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right. And are you going to be waiting for us inside?
Or phone.
Yeah. I'll come outside. It's a see-through glass. So I'll see when you guys show up.
Okay, perfect then. So then I'll get a call placed for service. We'll have deputies out there to come and make a report with you and to come and assist with trying to find your. Okay.
Okay. Her mother and my.
I took my
they're
meds.
going to the school to double check and everything, but from what we know, she wasn't there. So they should be back soon too, because it's right next to the school.
Yeah, that's fine. So if at least one of you remains there, though, to meet with an officer, that's more than fine, okay?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay, then. All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I'll go ahead and let you go. We'll be out there as quickly as we can, okay?
So I played the 911 calls. That's Stephanie. And I got that backwards too. Stephanie called 911 twice and Yolanda called once. Yolanda was really upset and huffing and puffing like Jen was doing, which is really weird because if I were talking to an officer and they were trying to find my daughter and find out what happened to my daughter, and then I knew that my daughter was SA'd for years, I sure would not be like answering questions, huffing and puffing at them. I'd be doing everything I can, and I wouldn't be like, my head wouldn't be on straight either. I wouldn't be like Jen at all. So, I mean, we can't say how people would act, but no. And my court reporter, Jay, I got in a funk one night and unsubscribed from all my favorites. It took a minute to get them turned back on. Since some were Apple, some on Google, I just made it in. Well, thank you for telling us that you unsubscribed everybody. You just said, screw this. I'm too addicted to true crime. I'm going to unsubscribe from everything. I'm done with y'all. And then you came back. Thank you. And another thing too, you guys, they don't have pictures of Jen with Maddie, but somebody is saying that the officers asked Jen, would you be surprised if you saw pictures of Maddie with you in there and Stephan? So we'll see what happens with that. But Synth gets what Synth wants. I took my meds with a little cup. All right. So guilty of crime, and I took my meds. Great excuse. I don't know if I'm going to put that on the back. I think the front will say guilty of crime. The back will be like, I took my meds. So when y'all are walking around, maybe front or back, it depends on how the design goes. But I think that will really be funny. That's like the song, Then I Got High. Then I got high. I was going to pick my daughter up from school. But then I never said I sang. You know. Ashley, thank you so much for the $1.99 super sticker. I appreciate you. How many family members? Yolanda, Stephanie, Potato. That's all I know of now. I just found another picture. And yeah, we could do it easily. Carly, let's do it. I took my meds. We are going to do that. Absolutely. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And Carly is the best at getting them going. So I found another picture that was possibly an uncle of Maddie or some family member, and I'm trying to get that confirmed. So when I find out, I'll give you a picture and let you know who that is. Yeah, she's a potato, M-Dog. It's just we've been calling her a potato since Oblivious Benson came on the show and gave us her analysis of Jen Soto as being a lazy potato. She just took her meds all the time, and that was it. I took my pills. I'm zonked out. Arrest Jen Soto shirt. Yeah. How about we do that? We put a hashtag Arrest Jen Soto on it as well. Yeah, we're gonna do something cool. I got you. I promise. I want my 1%. You say, Synth. Oh man. Yeah, it is like 1%. I don't think, yeah, it's Afro Man. Afro Man from Palmdale, California. Then I got high. All right. I love you guys. Yeah, do me a favor, hit that like button, y'all. Let's finish this. I think we're just about done. And happy Friday.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Oh, I took my meds and I need a good night's sleep. Oh man. I took my meds and I need all the sleep, not even the nighttime. I need sleep in the daytime, the afternoon, all the time. Yeah. All right. Whole other discussion here. I just clicked on another channel and they're talking about that. Afro Man walked through the white land and house went up for sale. Love Afro Man. Afro Man. You live in Orlando. What's up, Miss M? How you doing? All right, y'all. What are you guys up to this weekend? Hello, everybody. I just seen you here. Then I Got High was my dad's favorite song before he passed away. I was so surprised by how much he adored it. Of course, that's a funny song, and it gives you an excuse for everything. Jen Soto and Stephan Sterns, that was their excuse. They were zonked out. All right. Yeah, it is a funny song. Whole tea. That's what happens here. That's right. Mad Heads. Yes, Lou. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Mad Heads. That's right. Oh, I love your picture right there. Is that you? And who are you with in that picture? Is that you? Is that your kids? Who's that? All right. You put a Nightmare on I love you. US Kiwi 1986. You're still on. I put Nightmare on Elm Street 1984. Yes. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna post some pictures on my members only of what do you call that? Of my horror collection, but I'm only gonna put it for members only because when I put it out to the public, they always have something stupid to say, and I don't want to deal with that. Jay, I got high and folded the dishes. Good one. And good one for you guys. For you watching horror films, I love it. I was gonna go to my room, but then I got high then I got high, right? You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Do me a favor, hit that like button on your way out. I'm gonna try to be on. I have a schedule for tomorrow to be on here, go over the last of the roommate interviews, and then after the roommate interviews on Monday, we're gonna go and do the angel that found Maddie's body. We have that interview. We have Thomas and who's the other? I just forgot her name right now. Oh, Madeline's case is not closed. No, not even close. Carrie, Jr. needed her rest. JS scheduled to be off the next couple of days. What kind of help did Jennifer Soto? We need a 13-year-old girl. Yeah, Jen's a liar. Absolutely, Maya. Good to see you. I always love your red flags. I'm still singing. I got high. Yeah, because everyone else is singing. Then I got high. And Carrie, you got to go get something to eat. All right. The funniest part in this resubbing up before today, I had to pretend I was doing work yesterday during my birthday dinner. I can't believe you unsubbed to all of us. That's okay. I'm glad that you told us. Thank you for being honest with us. Lou, that's me, a musician from a festival I was at in July. See him again tomorrow. All right, y'all. I love you all. I could sit here all night. I hope you guys are going to do something cool this weekend. I hope that you're going to do something nice tonight with your family, for your family, what have you. I love you all. Thank you for all the support, super chat, super stickers, all that. And really just being on our side and respecting the family, understanding that we're here to find justice for Maddie. Yes, have a beautiful night, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow. Love you all.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?